Hey guys, so first off, the purpose of this video is pretty much to show how I just wanted to get a lawnmower and it was free. I wanted a riding lawnmower. I got an acre-sized lot. It's kind of miserable in this Louisiana summer to go ahead and cut my grass with a push mower that's not even self-propelled, all right? It's pretty hot down here. So what I did was I found a lawnmower for free and I decided why not go ahead and just make myself a project and fix this thing up. So that's exactly what I did. So this is just a little quick overview step by step of what I did to get this lawnmower up and running. It's a very brief overview. Now, if you want the in-depth stuff on how I got this running, you know, how I took apart the carburetor and cleaned it out, how I, you know, cleaned the deck and made sure that all the rust and corrosion was gone, and then I resealed it and all that other good stuff, go ahead, let me know in the comments. Also, please do like and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of things, and I'll go ahead and show you the whole deal. It's just a lot of editing, so I didn't want to do it if there wasn't an interest for it. So if you would like to see all the nooks and crannies and everything that I had to do to get this lawnmower up and running, once again, just please comment down below. I appreciate it. Well, here's a video of how I took a lawnmower from 0 to hero. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, so I did a thing. I got this lawnmower completely for free, didn't run, and we'll just go over it real quick. This is the Craftsman LT1500, and you can already see I started working on it there. And yes, that's pretty solid. It's like concrete in there, so don't worry. Anyways, so yeah, story behind this lawnmower was I was working with a buddy and he said he had a lawnmower he didn't use, hadn't ran in about a year, and he said I could have it for free if I just come to pick it up. So that's what I did. Pumped up the tires so far, drained out all the fuel. Fuel tank looks a little nasty, but the engine overall didn't look horrible. And I checked the filter didn't look horrible. I'll probably have to change out the carburetor. Not sure if anything else works. It definitely did not crank over when I first tried to start it, to be expected. Took the battery out. As you can see, no battery in there now. I put the battery over on my charger, which is in a place of mess right now, just to see if the battery even runs. Then I noticed the tire was flat. Couldn't pump that up, so I took the tire off and yep, jacked it up and then placed it on this, which, like I said, don't worry, this is very, very sturdy. It is not going anywhere. Overall, not bad. This is gonna be a fun little project and I can't wait to get this thing running if we can. Stay tuned. Okay, so little update to the lawnmower. I did a lot of stuff yesterday. I had one of my buddies come over, and I'm sorry I didn't capture it all on video because honestly, this was my first time doing anything like this. We ended up taking off the carburetor here, and this area, if you can't tell, looks a lot cleaner than it used to. But we ended up taking off the carburetor, took it apart, put it in some cleaning solution, just cleaned the heck out of it. Got it going. I don't know if I told you, I ended up redoing all the wire work inside, which is really hard to see, but up in there, we ended up redoing a bunch of the wire work in there because they were all stripped and nasty, and that's why it wouldn't start right off the bat. Took off the full hood, got new headlights, didn't put those on yet, and then cleaned out all the fuel lines, cleaned up the fuel tank as much as we could. Just cleaned everything out and tried to make it nice, and pretty much we tried to start it and we got it to crank when we fixed the wires, but as soon as we cleaned the carburetor, put it back on, we got a little bit further, and actually here, I'll show you what it sounds like. So like I said before, the engine was turning, but it wasn't turning all the way. So now that we cleaned the carburetor, we got a little bit further, and it actually fires up a little bit, but this is what happens. And it just goes right back to off. Like, it can't just stay on that way after it fires up. So hopefully you can figure out what's going on. We ended up just buying an all new carburetor. It was only like 20 bucks online. That comes in on Friday. I'm gonna slap that sucker on and hopefully it works. Other work we ended up doing was we took out the deck completely, put it over here, and we ended up just grinding out all the rust and everything. That's actually a rust colored primer that I sprayed over it. I'm gonna actually go over it again with another coat, but this time do it with a black primer. And did that just by using this little guy and then a couple other wire brushes and just grinding out all the rust, everything we could off of there, and you know, making it nice so that way it doesn't go ahead and rust up and the deck completely rots out and gets corroded. It wasn't in horrible shape. This right here is what the blades looked like. So you could tell they were pretty rusted up, chewed up. There was not really much of an edge left. I know the guy who used to own this said that he had a lot of cypress knuckles inside his yard, and that's why they're so chewed up, and he hadn't replaced his blades in forever. So we ended up going out and getting some new blades, and we'll put those on once everything's set and complete on that. Like I said, gonna go over it with one more coat, but this time black, and just try to maintain a decent color. All right, well, that's an update for now. I know this is all one continuous video for y'all, but hey, that's about it for today, unless I do something else that's crazy. But really, it's just waiting on that carburetor, because I can't do too much to the lawnmower until that gets in. Like I said, I've replaced the battery so far, wiring, cleaned the carburetor, messed with the oil, fixed the oil up a little bit, cleaned all the gas lines. And now if that new carburetor doesn't get it going, I don't know what is, and then I'll have to go back online and keep checking. All right, well, talk to y'all later. So, oh, well, if you can hear over that chainsaw going. So, quick update. I ended up taking apart the carburetor again, and I noticed, to my own fault, there was a seal that was kind of damaged, and I didn't really notice it when I put it back on. So I replaced the gasket. Yeah, so I replaced the gasket, and it actually held up. It didn't cause it to leak. The only issue I had was that I believe another gasket was damaged, which was still causing a smaller leak. Now, this leak didn't run while it was, you know, the lawnmower was running. I took it out, it ran fine, but once I stopped it, then it started to slowly leak out. So, this right here is the gasket that I'm talking about. And as you can see, it's pretty jacked up. It's kind of messed up, nasty, ugly, and it's got a little tear right here. So, I think that might be the culprit. We'll see. And over here, I have, voila, the brand new carburetor. Only cost about 20 bucks on Amazon, so not bad. Just make sure it's the right model number. And I'm gonna attach this on, and hopefully we are gonna have a fully effective running lawnmower, no issues. All right, let's go, baby.